That was Something About You
by Rosie McClelland. That was Rosie McClelland of Sophia Grace and Rosie fame.
Isn't it so crazy that she's made it to this point in her life where she's making music that people are listening to every single day?
It's incredible to see Rosie McClelland topping the charts like she is in our apartment.
And while I was scrolling my TikTok feed, what the kids are doing these days, I was seeing the Rosie McClelland trend popping off on TikTok.
Yeah, I saw 2 podcasters do it actually, believe
Yeah.
it or not. Yeah, not that I would know anything about that kind
They
of
were
career.
they were given
They're a little too old to be knowing who Rosie McClelland even is. However, here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah, she's my new pop diva.
I'm sorry, like the hook of that song.
Typically wouldn't be my type, but there's something about you. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry.
Whoa. There's something about Rosie McClelland.
You brought
I'll
up a
say
good
that.
point. You were like, there is like a K-pop angle to it with the beat
so
behind it.
And that chorus, something about you, like that vibe is so Blackpink. Not even Blackpink, but it's very K-pop.
Down to her dance. We
couldn't figure that one out today.
I'm sorry. We had to make it easy for us. When we try to dance to a song, it's going to be a lot of hip movement and a lot of throwing it back.
And if you can tell, if there's still some shallow breathing happening on the mics, it's because we did that 10 minutes ago. So we're still in recovery
It's
mode.
embarrassing. It's like Joe was talking a big game about finishing the 12:3:30 for the first time, and it's like we can't even do a 10-second Rosie McClelland.
Well, that was
beat.
the 12-3 Rosie McClelland is what we
Yeah.
just did. Yeah, and that's not easy.
Sweat drip. I'm not kidding, Joe. Sweat dripping from my under boob. Watch this. Ready?
Don't show me.
Typically,
Whoa.
would it be my type? But there's something about you. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So the last week, were we hanging out?
We were hanging out.
Whoa.
We
were
Things
hanging
are
out.
different.
It was last Monday, I think, actually. And
Yeah.
we oh no, it wasn't even that day. You were somewhere else. I was home and you came in, and it went from Bad Baby to something else to Sophia Grace.
So we did Bad Baby to Alabama Barker. Because I think what we're trying to do
is connect with the youth.
And educate ourselves. So like once we got on the Bad Baby train, then we were like, oh my God, Alabama Barker.
Well, because my issue was, I had no idea. I thought that Bad Baby was beefing with Alabama Barker, and I thought all Alabama Barker was doing was going on Instagram Live, TikTok Live, and like that was her responses. No, she's rapping like this. She's like, you host mad at me. I fucked your baby daddy. Like just like that. That's exactly how she sounds.
But we went back into the Alabama Barker
catalog, and she had some real Swiftie and anthems at one point.
And that was like so prevalent. Like, I mean, I know that was like actually 5 years ago, but I think six,
some could say,
which was shocking to see the progression from 6.
Well,
to
look
now.
at us.
You think you look back at us 6 years ago? I was 22. Well, yeah. Whoa. And I was like, what was I wearing? Vineyard Vines.
Were you?
At 22? Yeah, I was entering EF. Yeah, I was in a boat shoe, Vineyard Vines type beatdown, hair brushed to the side, toupee.
And now you're at the La Palma Running Club.
Yeah, I'm in the La Palma Running Club, you guys. It's a really big deal. I love to run lately. I've been running 3 miles a day.
Is that true?
At Orange Theory.
Okay, yeah. That's true.
Yeah. But we were going down the rabbit hole.
And I want to say one thing really briefly about Bad Baby. Well, actually, no. I think that I have listened to the Bad Baby diss tracks by Alabama Barker like incessantly. And she has an amazing point. She brings up an amazing point about Alabama where she goes, how you got an Atlanta accent, bitch, you from Calabasas. And that line really, really spoke to me. Every line that she says in those songs is jaw-dropping, heart-stopping,
world-altering.
Yes, world-stopping.
World-stopping. It is really shocking that she speaks like that when 6 years ago she was like, I love you, my butterfly.
And now
something crazy.
But she raps like this. She's like, fuck you bitches, fuck you hoes.
What's the vibe with like Travis and Courtney? Like I need to know how they feel about
anything about those people. How you got an Atlanta accent, bitch, from Calabasas?
Weird.
But so it went from Bad Baby. I think I showed you some Jeffree Star. We're not going to get into that today. But I would love to do I could do a full episode, and I know you girls would gag for it. Imagine me explaining Dramageddon to Andrew for an hour and a half.
I don't even know what that
shocked.
word is.
I know, you'd be shocked. Hi Sisters, Bye Sister with Tati.
Yes, I remember you
cock, my
sending
birthday
that
dinner.
to me. Sucking dick and cock, yes.
And then it goes into Jeffrey gets involved,
Yes.
and then it gets legal, and then here we
I
are.
was really not tuned in. What was I going through at that point?
We're not the age where a lot of people are. I was very on YouTube.
But aren't they older? Isn't Jeffrey at least older than us?
Yeah, well, Jeffrey's been around forever.
Yeah.
And Tati's also older than us. But James, like that whole like era of YouTube, like it was more for like kids younger than us. But I'm really grateful to say I was there, obviously, for the Sister Squad and for Dramageddon. It was a really crazy time culturally. Anyway, we're on YouTube. We go into Sophia Grace and Rosie. We're cracking up watching them on Ellen, cracking up like it was 11 years ago, like it was 12 years ago.
The charisma that Sophia Grace had was like
crazy
for a girl that age. But then
we watched the vlogs. We watched Sophia Grace's mommy vlogs because she's a mother to a lot of these bitches and also to a child. And she's like, say I'm trying on, this is from Shein, this is the top, and it has the...
Stop,
we can't even talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it.
We can't talk about it. We can't talk about it. But I would just say, go watch the vlogs.
She's hysterical.
She's hysterical still. I was thinking the entire time, though, and I don't know if this is problematic to say, I was looking at the dynamic between Sophia Grace and Rosie.
At the baby shower?
At the baby shower specifically, but even when they were
I don't
kids,
think you should say this because we want them on the podcast.
we want them but I will just say Sophia Grace, she was in control.
Yes. Yeah. And Rosie
didn't say a damn word, and she went along with it.
And now it's Rosie's turn to take that microphone, and her music is incredible.
It's Rosie's world. I can't wait
it's
for
Rosie's
the day.
turn. It's Rosie's turn.
Is that what you think?
Rose's turn is it's from Gypsy. It's Rosie's turn. Andrew, that's gross. I don't see anything.
That's such a sweet way to put it. Yeah, it's Rosie's turn, and I can't wait for Rosie featuring like Doechii coming in like
soon.
3 years.
And I'll say something else about Rosie McClellan before we start the podcast. She has the Rachel haircut. She literally is walking around with the Rachel in 2025, and I'm not seeing a lot of girls do that.
You were hesitant at first
because I said her hair looks very like matronly. It was very mother.
Yeah.
And not in the Sophia Grace way. I was like, she has a very much like a mom haircut. And then the more I watched her, I said, oh no, she's referencing Jennifer Aniston in the 90s. Yep. I respect it. I love it. Love her. I think everyone should take a stream.
And then honestly, if you go to their socials, just comment like at Good Children Pod.
You guys should go on Good Children.
Yeah, you guys should go on Good Children. I think that they would be a really great conversation to have, especially
and we'll fly
about child
out.
stardom.
We'll go to London like that.
Joe, you're looking for any opportunity to go to London.
Yes. I'm trying to be bi-coastal, New York, London.
So you're just hopping over the pond?
Yeah, bi-ponder.
Bi-ponder. Yeah.
Bi-ponder. That sounds like a podcast studio.
A bi-ponder.
Bi-ponder.
Yeah, I'm recording today at Bi-ponder.
This episode was brought to you by Bi-ponder. I wish. I literally wish.
Literally, it's like, you guys...
This episode is brought to you by me and Andrew.
And you're so welcome. Like, you're not listening to ads anymore. Like, what the fuck?
Something about you. Oh, yeah.
Good children.
I'm Joe Hegyes.
And I'm Andrew Muscarella.
And this is Good Children.
We spent the past 24 years growing together.
And now it's time for us to grow up.
Joe, I'm being so serious when I say, like, my chest.
Because you are having a heart attack.
No, I don't know what it is because it's like... It hurts to swallow.
What does that have to do with your chest?
But it's like throat to chest. It's here.
Did you have some lately?
Yeah. And I had it all the way down. No gag reflex.
Okay. I just do feel like your mom listens to the podcast. And I felt gross with what I did. And I'm sorry. I want to apologize. But I'm proud of you.
And I also want to apologize.
Yeah, it's okay.
To everyone who had to hear that.
But is that you think that's what happened?
I think it probably now
bruised.
It's bruised.
Your throat's bruised.
My throat is bruised.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I thought I was having a heart attack, but sometimes your throat is just bruised.
And for reasons unbeknownst to us. It just could be anything.
Thought it was allergies. Nope. But throat's just bruised.
Allergies. Girl.
I don't know.
What's up with that? Anyone heard of them?
Can someone do a study? Because I need to know. Every year it seems to be getting exponentially worse.
It's like a global warming situation. I'm sure the climate changing doesn't help allergies.
It can't, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, why is the pollen everywhere? It's like it's in my house basically.
Yeah,
I wake up and
it's bad. Well, the problem is also keeping windows open. Like I woke up the other day, I had my windows open, and then I went to close them before I went to sleep. But I woke up and I was almost sobbing.
Yeah.
Tears streaming, nose stuffing, throat burning, head pounding.
So fatigued, so tired,
out of my fucking mind, terrified, honestly terrified, because I said, "Oh, it's COVID. It's the novel coronavirus."
It's crazy because allergies and COVID are so they're like sisters.
Yes, and I remember back when the lockdown happened. I vividly remember every day I wake up and say I had COVID. I hadn't seen a person in months.
No,
I didn't see a person in months.
No, but that person saw you, and that person was pollen.
And you have an issue with pollen pocket. You always have.
I am. Wait.
You're pollen pocket.
Welcome to the stage, pollen pocket. Yeah, I am a pollen pocket.
Wait, and I always wanted my dragon to be hot pocket. We could be sisters. We're pollen pocket and hot pocket.
Joe, obviously that's what needs to happen.
Yeah, we should get into business together again in a new avenue.
Okay, you want to work together?
Yeah,
that's actually exciting. Let's see how long that lasts. I've always been a pollen head. Lately, my eyes have been really, really swollen when I wake up.
Me too. I've never experienced that before. To a
point where I have to put on sunglasses when I leave because I'm like, I need my eyes to adjust to this right now.
Yeah.
But I also haven't been dabbling in my Allegra D yet. I haven't taken the pill yet.
You haven't taken the D yet?
Because I'm trying to weed myself off of medicine, which is so crazy to say. Like, my anxiety meds, we knew I should have been taking them. Now I feel like I'm in a good place. Well, who's to say? I'm just anti-meds, so I'm trying to see how long I can last without taking my allergy meds.
The RFK Jr. allegations. You're never going to beat those allegations. Or the anti-vax allegations.
I just want to see what my body can handle, and my body can't. I always give up.
Do you want to deny the allegations before you continue your sentence, please?
Yes, I deny everything that just came out of Joe's mouth.
Great.
And if anybody is comparing me to RFK Jr.
besides me,
or besides Joe, or that I was anti-vax, like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that because I put in work day in and day out. I put in sometimes the Lord's work day in and day out, and people are going to come out here and tell me that I'm anti-vax, anti-meds.
Isn't it just me?
Anti-meds? Yeah, I just said I was anti-meds. I did say that.
You said that.
Anti-meds for like, I just want to see what my body can do.
Okay, I think for impressionable listeners at home, medicine is amazing. And if you're prescribed something from a doctor who you trust, who is official, you should probably listen to that doctor.
I agree.
Do you?
Allegra D was never
That's true.
diagnosed.
That's true. No, yeah, I understand that. Allegra D is crazy because isn't it meth, right? That's what it is.
Same properties as meth.
It's amphetamines.
I said this before. They told me that I couldn't. I was tapped out of how much I can have that month because I went too many times.
Something about you. Oh yeah.
Which is like, it's so weird. It's because I was dishing them out. People would be like, "Oh, my allergies are so bad."
You were handing some to me. You were
take
pushing.
Some Allegra D, and then I try to go get more, and they won't let me.
You already tried to get me to go this year.
We should go together today.
I'm scared.
I'll go with you to the Duane Reade.
I'm not going to Duane Reade. I'm never going back to a Duane Reade again in my life.
It's just like stupid. Like those places are stupid.
They're nasty.
It's like they're nasty.
And in Brooklyn, when they lock up everything, it's even crazier. It makes me really start getting dystopian and apocalyptic. I'm like, how come I can't get a fucking deodorant stick without calling someone to come unlock this?
You need to know that I'm getting a razor. Like, get out of here.
Let people steal, by the way. Let people steal.
And you know what?
In this economy,
just because you're unlocking it doesn't mean they're still not going to steal it. You press that button, they give it to you. Girl,
walk right out.
Walk right out.
Walk right out.
Are you going to be following me until I get to the cash register? Like, get out of here. Let's figure out a different way. I'm pissed.
Something about you. Oh yeah.
But you know what's coming up? It's Cadbury.
Summer.
It's Cadbury egg season. And what are you going to talk about?
No, go ahead. I'm not going to yuck your yum.
I don't like them.
I don't.
You don't. But I honestly, I think it's because you haven't had the right one. I think that you need to have them in London when you're.
And I have. And I just had them in London
it
recently. Yeah.
Too sweet?
It's the sweetness. It's the goop. It's the goo. I don't like that goo.
Oh, that cream. The creamy.
Yeah.
You're talking the cream.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the little eggs.
Yeah, I've also had those.
You like those?
What's special about those, though? There is chocolate.
Oh, that was like you just came for my entire family. That's how I felt.
They're just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
Just chocolate.
They're just chocolate.
They're just chocolate. They don't taste like just chocolate. They don't taste
like just chocolate.
They don't taste. Okay.
I'm not about taste as much as I'm about texture. And you're talking about a solid egg of just chocolate.
There's a candy coating. You want to talk texture?
We're confused. We're confused here. We're talking about I think
the purple bag, with the little eggs. They're all different colors, Joe.
Yes,
there's a candy coating, and they're like pastel.
I don't know if that's like what people jump to when they think Cadbury egg, though. I'm thinking about the cream egg. That's kind of like the classic Cadbury. That just seems like you can get. That doesn't need to be Cadbury. They make those. Everyone makes those. Everyone makes those eggs.
Isn't
that essentially an M&M? Isn't that essentially an M&M?
It is essentially an M&M. Now that you put it that way, it is essentially an M&M because it's chocolate with a candy coating on the top, or around it. But it's not the same, Joe. There's like something's dusted on the outside of those that makes it like, ooh. And then you pop them in, and you don't want to stop. The Cadbury chocolate taste is just superior to the other chocolates. I don't even want to see Hershey's like try. So fuck M&Ms. There goes our bread deal. You know? Did you go to sleep? Something about you. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like my favorite Easter is it Easter? What are we talking about? Well,
spring. We're just talking about spring. My favorite spring snack then. I don't know. I'm getting really intolerant to chocolate. Like, even just hearing it, I guess I just drank an entire cold brew, but like the flux is something that I no longer can live with. I can't deal with that acid. And I know those girds out there, and I know everything I could possibly be doing. And I haven't taken a Tums in a long, long time.
Good for you.
Well, I haven't needed one. But right now, I'm craving a Tums. I'm craving a T word. And I haven't gotten one in a second.
I'm craving the smoothies in a way that's like not even funny. They're so good. But I understand what you mean with chocolate. I never saw chocolate as my like main trigger for acid reflux,
but even though it
is. And you know, in the past, I've said on this podcast so many times, like I always will try to do a chocolate challenge. Like one year I had that when I had more than 52 bars of chocolate.
Yeah, you have a candy bar, a chocolate bar a week, and you wanted more this year.
And I wanted more this year, and like, or that was last year, I guess, because we've been doing this for about 10 years. This podcast, which is so crazy. But yeah, like sometimes I go into the bodega or I go into and I'm getting a little something else. I'm taking out cash, and then I grab a little candy bar.
That's nice.
A fast break.
That's nice. A fast break.
Isn't that what they're called? The Reese's? Take 5 fast breaks.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Because why me?
No, I'm not gonna get a solid milk.
See, I go for like if I'm gonna get a candy bar, I'm getting a Payday. Sorry, it's crazy. It's crazy that I want like a peanut nougaty peanut.
And I want a Payday.
I also want a Payday. I'd love a Payday.
I love a lot of
payout in the Payday.
So insane.
Taxes.
So insane. Why would you even say that? Taxes. But spring. Now that you brought up spring snacks and you took it away from spring candies, and again, I guess my only idea of spring candies is like,
what the hell?
Easter.
Yeah,
you said spring snack.
Yeah, but I know, but I didn't have any answers for it really.
I was like,
what's a spring? You have a spring snack in mind?
No, I'm trying to think.
Carrot cake.
Carrot. Well, would you say that's the S word? That's a snack.
Carrot cake could be a snack if you put your mind to it. And I think, and then maybe was it my Ruma? Did I talk about this?
Yeah, you talked about the fact that you love carrot cake. You were in your carrot cake era.
And I still am. And I think that a lot of people are depriving themselves of such a natural pleasure. Because that sound that you jiggled your tits to on TikTok about all the different desserts.
Of course, I had to jiggle my tits.
Did you dance for carrot cake?
I did dance for carrot cake.
Good.
I did.
Good.
I think did I shake my tits for carrot cake?
Did you jiggle for carrot? Maybe that's why I can't remember, because the jiggle was
blocking.
It was like sound.
Yeah, it was something was off in that moment. But yeah, I would jiggle my tits anytime for carrot cake. But what I've recognized is a lot of people don't like cream cheese frosting,
and that's insane. And that's insane to me. I don't understand it. I know a lot of people who don't. I don't want to disrespect them in the slightest.
I don't want to disrespect a single person. Ashley Gill.
That's insane.
That's insane.
It's insane.
It's insane.
And I'd like to ask everyone who turns their nose up at carrot cake, have you ever even had it? Have you ever even had it?
If I said to you right now, close your eyes, All right, I'm going to give you a little piece of cake, and you're going to tell me what this is.
You would never guess.
You would never guess. You would be like, okay, cinnamon.
Cinnamon, sweet, and wet.
And sometimes there's nuts in it. It depends on if you don't have a nut allergy and you want to keep those like.
But they're damp.
Ooh.
They're so moist.
Yeah.
It's the moistest cake you could possibly have.
What is that? Because I'm
It's
like
the carrot.
It's the carrot.
It's the carrot.
It's
like
the moisture.
Bread. Yeah.
It's the moisture.
Yeah, it's the moisture.
What else can I be putting in cakes? Like I know there's zucchini. I know that there's carrot. Like what are other? I'm not even daring to put a tomato in a cake.
I hope to God not. That's a fucking focaccia. At some point, that changes the vibe to me.
Exactly a focaccia.
And I'm sure we'll get. Well, we're gonna work around producing. I'm sure we'll see tomato cakes trending this summer. A salty, savory tomato cake with a balsamic glaze.
Because you know what they're gonna do.
And a basil.
And a basil.
And a basil. It sounds amazing. Now.
A basil. So you said a balsamic glaze.
A balsamic glaze and something to do with basil.
A basil cream. I think it's gonna be a
basil cream. Tomato cake with tomato Well, the frosting tomato might be crazy, but it does need something.
It needs something. What goes well with tomato? I'll tell you something.
Maybe a salty frosting.
Salty frosting. Salt forward.
A salt forward frosting. And they're familiar.
Salt forward frosting. The tomato, what you're going to have to do to it, though, I think you're going to have to mash the tomatoes.
Oh, you're pureeing those tomatoes down. Pureed.
And you're going to put it in that liquid cake batter.
Yeah.
And if you use cherry, sweet. It's like, holy crap, you guys. Something is up.
Oh my God. The moment it gets warm out again, we really hit a mania that I just am so grateful for. I'm so amazing. Grateful.
What's going on with your spring fashion this year? Because
it's going to be diff.
Can you talk?
Oh my God. Yeah, I could talk. I am leaning Rococo.
Okay. In
Rococo leaning.
Rococo leaning. Can you explain that for the girls out there that might not understand what Rococo might be? And I think that I might be one of those
Well, you know,
girls.
listen, and I'm not an expert. So no worries. I think it's like French aristocracy. It's like Baroque and Rococo. It's like I'm sure there's better terms. It's a lot of embellishment. At least this is what my style this spring and summer is: embellishments down, gold down, lace down, appliques down, brooches, pins, charms, maximalist is kind of the vibe I'm going for.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
It's raining. What are you wearing?
That's a tough one, Andrew. And this is a big issue I have because I do feel like I exist in two realms with the fashion. Like either go like crazy or I'm just wearing like
something so normal.
Like our camo jacket and jeans and New Balances. But it's raining. I have my crazy raincoat I haven't debuted yet. Talk about maximalist. My Ooh Baby by Anika raincoat. That's gradient.
The gradient
orange to purple. Yeah, that might be this spring.
And I'm
with
sure
my Bottega Kiwi boots.
You're barely gonna even see that orange to purple with how much shit you're gonna put on that jacket.
Oh, God, I can't wait to cover everything.
You're gonna be covering everything. But that's what's nice about the spring. I feel like once the weather starts to get warm, but then it's gonna get a little rainy. You can dabble
rain all week.
Rain all week. Rain for like the next 10 days. I can't even stand it.
What
do they want me to do? What do they want me to do? Stay inside?
I
do that anyway.
Amazing to me. Yeah.
I do it anyway.
Yeah.
But you think that the rain's going to help with the allergies, but it only brings it more to the surface, I feel.
Is that the truth?
No, but I feel.
Okay. Yeah, you feel that way.
Sometimes I feel. But
what's your spring fashion?
Girl, it's been
La Palma Running Club.
It's been the same. La Palma Running Club. I feel like I'm just going to get, I don't know. I like pastels.
Pistachio.
The way that I'm saying pastels, like it's a pastel.
Pastels, dressy dresses.
Pastels. I love a pastel color. So like I feel like I lean into that always. I like my button downs when it comes to the spring. This summer, well, once we get to the summer, I'm sorry, I just skipped from spring to summer, but like I do want to start getting into my more crop wear. I like my tummy now. I'm sorry.
That's exciting. Yeah, I've been begging you to get into it for years.
And I promise you I'll start wearing underwear. Okay?
It's not even about wearing underwear. It's about you making the conscious choice not to pull your pants down in front of me and our other roommate.
It's like, again, like...
making the conscious choice to pull your pants down past your ass to show us your ass.
And you guys want to be like, your pussy pubes are out. Like, shut up. Like, no, they're not. I'm only human.
And I bleed when I fall down.
And I call that a happy trail. And maybe I'm just very, very happy. All right.
And I wish I believed you.
And maybe I want somebody to follow that trail.
Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel, the happy trail. Ew. I'm scared.
I also, to bring back to fashion for a second,
Yeah.
I have finally gotten into an app that I have been avoiding my entire life.
Please tell me what it is.
Pinterest.
Oh.
I have been avoiding Pinterest since Pinterest popped off. Like, I never understood how to use it. I never understood the purpose of it. Mm-hmm. Someone should have told me long ago it's like the perfect app for me. It's like, honestly, it's like Tumblr adjacent. It's just like collecting images, and it is really helping me find my aesthetics and my vibes.
Is
and my
it just
styles.
mood boarding?
Yes, which is my favorite thing in the entire world.
Are there boards or like you're pinning that link to websites? Like
yes,
if you saw,
they all do. I think they should at least.
You see a cute little sweater, you're like, I'm obsessed with that sweater. You just buy it. You can buy it right from there.
Yeah.
Why have I been? Does it feel older?
I think that the kids use it.
They're back.
The kids use it. Yeah. Well, I'm using it because I don't want to scroll. Obviously, I've like quit social media in many ways, so I was like, I need something to do when I have don't have a book on me, and like, so I just scroll on Pinterest, which is kind of amazing because it's not bombarding me with information. It's just pictures.
Yeah.
But I think the kids use it.
I think it's actually a really great, you know what? That's a really great way to understand who you are and what your sense of fashion
It's really,
is.
really, really fun. And especially like, I'm not trying to buy clothes. I'm just trying to see like how to style things, and people are posting shit.
Are there Pinterest influencers?
I think so. I don't know. I would never follow someone on Pinterest. No offense. I don't know how to do that.
No
I
shade.
I just like don't know how I would.
And if you're a Pinterest influencer, like let us know. Like maybe we can check out your page and stuff.
yeah, I'll repin.
I'll repin. Yeah, I'll repin. I think it's like a better way. I'm trying to really like look around lately and see like who I align with. We've always done this. Like that's the best way I think to see what works for you or what you like. But a lot of the times I see other people wearing things I would like, and then I put it on and I'm like, it's just not the same. And you know who? It's because I'm never going to be them. D says what Paulina told me. I'm never going to be. You might want to be another person. You might want to look like them. You might want to wear what they wear. You might want to. I can't speak.
What are you saying?
You might want to look exactly how they look in that outfit. It's never going to happen. You're not that person. And I've been telling myself that.
You're going to credit that to the person.
Yeah, I said Paulina. She's a patron. She's a listener, and she
she's my
also
personal trainer.
is Joe's personal trainer. And she told me that beautiful, beautiful statement. And it stayed with me ever since. I've really stopped trying to compare myself. And I know everyone thinks it in this room that comparison is my downfall. Comparison is really tough for me. Like, and I say comparison is the thief of joy, but I strip myself away from a lot of joy because all I do is compare and contrast. When I go to the supermarket, I'm comparing prices. What do you mean?
Well,
when I walk out on the street, I'm comparing.
The same thing. Comparing prices is a
Comparison
smart thing
is
to
the
do.
same
That's a
thing.
smart thing to do at a supermarket.
But
Right?
comparing
Wouldn't you
yourself
say
to
that's
other
smart?
people is not very smart.
Yeah, it's very different. Very different social settings.
So that word could be used for many different things. Comparison. So
whoa, where do you want to take it from there?
I don't know how I
that
got
was
there.
Really
that
interesting
was
to me.
that was a really crazy pivot. So back to spring, huh?
Back to spring. Ramps.
Ramps are back.
Ramps are back in a big way.
Have you ever used a ramp yourself?
I think I may. No, you know who's using ramps? I think Kenzie's using ramps.
That makes sense.
Or is it leeks? It was leeks. Kenzie sent me a good leek recipe one time. I'm not using ramps. I want to get into it.
Where do I even find the ramps?
At the supermarket.
Let's go to more farmers markets this year.
Well, I did my CSA 3 years ago, my community supported agriculture, and I lived for that. I didn't cook anything, but I lived for receiving the product. Remember how anxious I was? I think about this a lot. I think about this all the time. I actually don't think about this at all, but I just remembered it in a second. The first year in Brooklyn, I signed up for a CSA, community supported agriculture in Greenpoint. You're supposed to go, you pick up your vegetables and your produce every Sunday, and you have produce for the week. You pay a hefty penny for this. It's not like it's somehow discounted. In fact, it's probably more expensive than if you were just going to the store because it's locally grown and sustainable. I went that first time and I was so anxious. I couldn't find the place. And then I found it. I saw it and I was so afraid to walk up to the people that I went home. I didn't even take the groceries home. I left. I literally left.
I actually remember
Isn't
this.
that crazy to
because
think
you
about?
came back and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, no, it's really crazy.
Joe,
You have no idea what I've had to go through in my life.
but again,
have
it's
no
only
idea.
been an uphill battle. Like, you have been fighting these anxieties. I mean, I feel like the next time you came back with a bag.
I did. Yeah, I had to go up to them.
And then the bag is like
A giant pumpkin, 55 apples.
And what are you going to do with
radishes,
that? I think I
turnips,
immediately
potatoes.
said, I'm going to make an apple pie.
Didn't you make a pumpkin gnocchi?
I made a pumpkin gnocchi. No, I made a sweet potato gnocchi.
Oh, yeah.
But I made an apple pie. Didn't I lock myself
I made the
out?
apple pie.
You-
Andrew, you are
Joe.
telling a story that happened to me.
Joe, what's going on?
That's scary. That's scary. I made the apple pie. You weren't even home.
What does that say about my
New York.
personality disorder?
I made an apple pie. I locked myself out, and I had to get someone from our building to take a Segway.
Why did I take that on as my own memory? I'm scared.
Whoa.
I'm like, yeah, so when I was at the CSA. But yeah, it's definitely a farmer's market spring.
It's a farmer's market spring.
Because I'm over the lack of produce and the lack of my access to fresh vegetables. And I'm big on my strawberry game. I love that shit. I eat it every single morning. I love that shit like it's new. People are like, wait, you eat strawberries? But yeah, I feel like it's so close to, and we don't go to any of them. And I don't have to go to the Williamsburg one necessarily. I can go to any one of them, but I just don't even know where they're at. And that's a problem. And it's called research. All right. Crazy. I want to be outside more.
Aren't you? You're never home. Where are you all day?
I'm like still outside, but I'm like indoors places. You know what I mean? I'm like at the gym. I'm at like a restaurant. I've been spending money like I actually like need to get my credit card closed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not funny.
That makes sense.
It's not funny. I'll go to.
It doesn't sound funny.
Every single day for me is like a food tour.
Yeah.
Why? Ever since I got back from Mexico City, I'm leaving every single day. I go to get breakfast, and then after I'm not satisfied with the breakfast, I get another little thing. It's like, what's up with that?
That's kind of crazy. Are you planning on shaving your head soon?
Yeah, May 14th.
Is that the date?
Yeah,
Whoa.
I'm scheduling it.
For May 14th. Is there a reason that date?
Well, it's like post my friend's wedding, and I just feel like I don't want to like be debuting at the wedding.
Right.
You know, the day is not about me.
Right.
So if I was going to change,
you think it would distract?
I think
from
people
the
do
bride?
get their hair changed before they go to weddings.
You think? But I'm saying, you think that would be like that would distract from the bride?
No, I just like I also like want the pictures to be like what I know they're gonna be
not
on
taking
that
a
day.
risk, yeah.
And so I can look back at them and be like, oh my god, look at that was right before I like shaved my head. But yeah, May 14th I think is gonna be the day.
Whoa.
And someone commented recently on my TikTok, but this had nothing to do maybe with the shaved head, but they said, you are so funny. Please don't go bald.
I saw that.
What does that mean?
It's like internet, like TikTok shit. Like it's like, you're so funny, please don't die. Like it's just, and I never find those comments funny. I'm always like, this is weird. Like I don't understand. Like you don't know me.
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
But there's so many people. This is so interesting because, and I know that there are people at home saying, Andrew,
Don't shave your head.
Don't do that.
I don't get that. I mean, I hear it constantly. Whenever I bleach a brow, whenever I do anything, the replies I get, whenever my eyebrows are bleached, the comments on the podcast, I'm like, I don't get it. Like, it's my eyebrows.
Yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
It's your head. I don't get it.
And then it's always like, oh my God, but you have such a good head of hair. And I thank you. I appreciate the acknowledgement. I firmly believe it's going to grow back.
I have a feeling it'll grow back.
And if it does it,
that's crazy.
Wigs. Oh
wigs.
my God.
I can't wait to get into wigs.
I'm also like, I really do think that with the shaved head, I'm going to be wigs on all the time. Just for fun.
Why
Like,
not? Yeah.
Why not?
Well, I have my first real wig that I'm going to be wearing as a regular piece of hair getting delivered today.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Wig City.
Wig City is where you got it from?
No, I got it from Dylan's wig closet. Dylan is like he is the most beautiful person you'll ever see in your life. Like, and this is why I've known for years, I've always wanted to buy one, but I'm like, this man puts a wig on and looks incredible, but and listen, he makes the wigs. He's very talented,
Yeah.
but his face sells the wig. Like, he looks beautiful in anything. So you're like, oh, if I buy this wig, I'm gonna look like this. No, I'm still gonna look like me. I'm still gonna look like Jason Sudeikis.
I'm gonna need to see Dylan after this.
I'm gonna show you Dylan. He's beautiful. He's from the Netherlands.
Now, why would you say that?
Were you gonna marry him?
He lives in the Netherlands?
Yes.
Now, why would you say that?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go to the Netherlands.
This is how down bad you are that I described a wig TikTok creator and you are now trying to go to the Netherlands?
I wouldn't say it's down bad. Like,
What is that?
Yeah. I guess in some ways, I am down bad crying at the gym.
Everything comes out teenage petulance.
But I'm excited for a rebrand. I'm excited and I'm doing it because I think it's going to be very freeing for me. 2, it's going to, I think, make me feel different. I don't know why. 3, people are going to perceive me differently.
Yeah.
4, let's see if I get the Ben Platt allegations. 5, I've had this haircut for the past 3 years of doing this podcast. And I've curled my hair since I moved into Brooklyn. Thanks to Joe. He really was a catalyst for that because I always was brushing it to the side. And now I'm ready. Like, you can't really do much with this bad boy unless I grow it out. Maybe that happens. Maybe I'll grow it out post-shave. But, should I try something different with my facial hair?
Are you okay? I'm getting worried because there were 6 reasons, I think, just now. And I wasn't expecting that. And then we went straight into facial hair. And I'm very happy to talk about that. But I just want to check in before we get into it.
I feel like once a week, every single week you ask, actually, are you okay?
And you're always like, no, thank you for asking.
No, I'm not.
I was thinking if you shave your head, grow your beard.
Okay.
Grow it, like, because that's what I did. I think it's such a sexy aesthetic.
Question about the beard growth. Are you using product?
No, just don't, like, this is the problem with all of us. We all think we need things to do things, and we don't. You don't need to buy things. You really don't. Like, just let your beard grow out, and I promise you the parts that look patchy will fill in as the hair that's long falls over it. Like, it is just that. People with big full beards just let their beards grow out. Some people have, like, extremely dense facial hair, and that's amazing. I think that you do. I feel like as I've aged, it's really come in.
Yeah, it looks like you have a really good shadow, and like that there are no little.
There's a patch somewhere over here,
all over.
Yeah, but you won't if it grow. Let it grow in,
and it's gonna grow out so orange.
Then you can also dye it if you want.
I know.
A little just for men.
A little just for men. A little dye.
Yeah, I do that sometimes.
Why not a little
orange?
orange?
I have a mustache. Didn't know who I was till I saw your face. Say goodbye to the old.
Speaking of, I haven't listened to that song in a really long time. I should be listening.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. Cowboy Carter tour soon.
Soon-ish. You going?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Nosebleeds.
Not me.
I know you're gonna be up front. You're gonna be in the front row.
No.
With Tart.
With Tart. Me, Tart, and Ashley and Grant.
Yeah.
Tart, if you're listening.
Tart, we want to go. Hey, if any company is listening, we would love to go to the Cowboy Carter tour. Thank you so much.
We're already going.
I know, but like, I'll sell my tickets.
I think I talked to you about this.
Yeah.
Back when all those shows were happening and everyone was getting invited. I think we should be giving, and no, also, well, I don't think Beyonce needs like the ticket sale, but I think that those, like, why isn't Tarte bringing Beyonce stans who aren't influencers? Like, I don't really get it. I don't understand why an influencer needs a free opportunity to do something
like another free drink.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like it doesn't like it. It doesn't. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. I think the bubble's about to burst.
I agree. Should we be the ones that bring the needle?
No one even knows who we are, so it's fine.
That's so true.
You know
That's so true. Speaking of not knowing who you are, I can't believe we haven't acknowledged what you're wearing. It's actually like insane. Like we just talked like it was so normal.
It's just like what's the point at this point? When you're this desperate for attention, it's like, what do you do about it? It's healthy.
Are you desperate for attention?
I'm not as desperate for attention as I used to be because I think I get it. My cup is filled in some ways.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to be silly and goofy and put on my ET costume head. Like,
and it's like,
isn't he cute?
It's like really cute in a way that's like weird. It's like off-putting almost.
It's like not very ET. It's more like a Littlest Pet Shop.
That's exactly Littlest Pet Shop.
Yeah, it looks like a Littlest Pet Shop.
Yeah, it's not ET at all because it's kind of like you have eyes, but then you have a full face.
Well, I'm gonna like, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna tell me what? Yeah, what are you gonna do? You're gonna.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe like put a sheet over my face.
One of those mesh bodies.
I have one. This is what I said to you. I have the mesh bodysuit upstairs.
Oh, then yeah, just put it over your face. Yeah.
And then I'm wearing my Labubu shirt. It's Labubu. It says Labubu, but it is a Momo, and then it says Buenos muchachos. Tres veces del valle.
Yeah, I got that for Joe in Mexico City because when he was telling me about his Labubu like obsession, it was weird that as you were messaging me, I was in the market and all I saw was Labubu in front of me.
You saw a lot of Lafufus.
I saw a lot of Lafufus, and I saw that shirt. And the guy was like, "You want to try it on?" I'm like, "No, it's literally not for me."
It's so cute.
And then
I walked into the coffee shop this morning, immediately got a compliment. That's sisterhood.
That's sisterhood. That's something that like you've always been in tune with your stuffed animals.
This right now, what we're looking at,
you would walk down the street on that.
Well, it's just literally like is this not me in middle school? Like I have gone fully back to the basics in a way that makes me so happy.
The ET specifically for me is like I vividly remember you like being obsessed, but you would have been wearing.
Oh my god, yeah, 100%. Like literally all the time. Like I'm back, and even just doing the videos and shit. Like it's so middle school in such a crazy way. It makes me so. We're
all coming. It's all about coming back.
It is
because that's how you learn how to love yourself. But then it's about playing. You're having fun.
I think it's middle school when the first time people kind of tell you not to do what you want to do, and you start to realize like if I'm gonna survive this thing, I need to start like pushing away the things I actually love. Like that for sure starts in middle school, then only compounds into high school. And then I think if you're unfortunate enough, you end up in workplaces and settings where you also still have to like stifle those things. And it's not even just creativity, it's just like your interests.
Yeah.
And that's why it was we were always very fortunate because no matter what, we would go into that basement and we could do whatever we wanted and be whoever we wanted. But I feel like a lot of shit I just learned to hate or push away, and now I'm obsessed.
It's actually a really good point that you brought that up. I feel you are right. Like the time in your life where people start commenting the most, that is what you come back to first. Kind of even like the Deborah and Linda, like we're in drag all the fucking time. You know what I mean? Like that was something that we felt so criticized for at that time, and then you come back to it. But a lot of people lose sight of it. They let go of it. They say that wasn't me.
I mean,
I'm so embarrassed of that person.
When we get those questions about like how do I find like what do I want to do with my life? I don't know what I want to do. It's like literally what did you want to do in middle school? Obviously, again, we all wanted to be Hannah Montana. That might not be the option, but it's like what were your actual interests that you were afraid people would think you're too weird, so you stop caring.
And obviously, like we're not as delusional of people. We are delusional people, but like always have a foundation of like have a job at the time when you start exploring the opportunities of the things that you've always wanted to do, or like your hobbies, or maybe it's writing, maybe it's singing, maybe it's all those things. Have a foundation. We're not telling you to quit your job fully, but like, don't lose sight of that.
I'm not even talking about work-wise. I'm even just saying if you want to just start crocheting because you crocheted in middle school and you forgot that you crocheted, baking, like shit that just like makes you like fills your cup. Like, I think that we need to get back into that in a big way. Painting.
We need to start doing paint and sips. I want to do paint and sips. So, guys, what would you think if we were to start doing, instead of live shows, a live paint and sip?
Oh, my God. Everyone would love it.
That actually is like genius.
We just talk the whole time.
We talk the whole time. It's like a podcast.
But at the same time, like, we're just, like, walking around and telling you, like, fix that tree.
We're sipping with the girls.
Yeah.
Sipping with the girls. We're painting.
Oh, my
Everyone
God.
has a little easel.
We're going to host a paint and sip soon in Brooklyn. So if this is your sign to move to Brooklyn.
That's kind of genius. I kind of think that's we start doing experiential learning.
Yes. Yeah. We're gonna be on the fucking Long Island shores digging up oysters.
Yep. So today we're gonna be painting the Long Island. What you thought the Long Island Hunger Games looked like to you?
Yes.
That's good. We bring it into the lore.
Whoa, yeah. This time we're gonna paint yourself as Deborah and Linda. Yeah.
Yep.
Whoa.
Patrons, we're gonna paint Andrew's
penis.
Yeah.
Do you remember that we drew our dicks and we showed them on camera?
That's so weird because, again, this is so weird because we have to recognize patrons. We see patrons every day.
I know. There was someone who brought it up, right? At one of the shows. They're like, I just watched the episode where you guys
drew out your dicks.
Yeah.
And for what? For that conversation to have to happen.
Yes,
and for us to be uncomfortable about it.
And it's there. It's in perpetuity.
It's in perpetuity. That's a really great way to put
So
that.
what's your favorite part about spring?
My favorite part about spring is honestly the weather. Summer to me is too hot. It's way too hot.
I like it hot.
Yeah, I know you like it hot. You're meant for warm climates too. I like 60-degree weather.
I'm of course, who wouldn't? 60 is kind of cold. 70, please. 60?
Yeah.
60s has a chill in the air.
Yeah, but it's a nice chill in the air. It's like a dewy chill in the air. It's like there's a smell to spring. You walk outside and you're like, oh my God, the sun is hitting me. I'm no longer depressed for the first time. And yeah, I might have to pop a pill, but I'm wired off of that Allegra D and I'm feeling really good.
But don't you feel like when it's the fall and it's like still like 70s, 80s and we get that first 60-degree day, it's like, whoa, it's cold out. We're like, oh no, it's winter soon. And now it's the winter and now it's 60 and suddenly we're like, it's warm out. I don't buy that. Do we keep our air conditioner? Do we keep our houses at 60 degrees? No.
I open the window at 60 degrees.
That's crazy. That's chilly.
It's chill. I get what you mean because
like
now
it's
if
like
you're thinking about
it's like a solid room temperature.
Yeah, if you're thinking about it in the terms of room temperature, 60 is a little chilly, but maybe I like it a little with a little chill.
A little windbreaker.
A windbreaker. You have a pant on and a little jacket. Oh, it's the best.
I do love
Once
a
you start
jacket.
showing skin, that's when it starts to get a little too warm for me.
Oh, it's a trauma-based situation is what you just
think
confessed to?
You think what we just said was
Well, you just
trauma?
said it. What you just said.
Skin.
You said the not even about the temperature at that point. It wasn't the heat that was the problem. It was the revelation of body that became too warm for you.
I didn't even mean to trauma dump, and it just happened that way.
It's okay. I understand that's true.
But I think that this year is going to be so different for
Andrew,
me.
you were like thoughty McThought all summer last year in your little crop tops. Like you've made it past this point. Don't go backwards.
You're right.
Here.
You're right.
You were in a good place last summer.
You're right.
You were in your crop tanks, getting bullied by straight kids on the Long Island Railroad, calling you a faggot.
You're right. And I worked for that.
Yeah, you worked for that. You deserve that.
I deserve that.
Yeah.
Different crops this year, but I worked for that.
Yes.
Shirtless this year.
Yeah,
shirtless everywhere this year.
There's something about summer in New York City that just makes you want to be naked, and not in the way that I want to be naked. It's just like you need to be in like a mesh top and shorts, and it's not even about fashion at that point. It's about getting through the day without dying of heat.
Yeah.
It is just the best. And when it's summer, I'm sure I'm gonna be complaining, but it is the best feeling in the world is when you step outside in the morning and you're like, it's already hot. I'm already sweating. It's 8 a.m.
And like, oh, now we're talking about summer because it'll be, we moved on. And I'm sure we'll talk about it again in 3 months. The problem with that though, it's like, yeah, it's already hot when you wake up in the morning, but then you're already saying to yourself like, oh my God, I can't be doing this at 10 a.m. because it's going to be so sweltering that I'm going to be dripping sweat.
I love it.
Spring is the perfect time to get into running. I've recognized.
I know that.
That is exciting to be like, okay, I actually can start running. We can go on walks again, and we love our little walks. Mm-hmm. Like, I haven't walked in a really long time, but on a nice day, I'm walking.
Didn't I walk with you last week? Oh, no, it was a very quick walk, actually.
It was very quick. We used to go on 5-mile walks.
Oh, I miss it so much.
We would do 5-mile runs.
Hours. Yeah, hours. Literally hours. I would finish work, close my laptop, and go walk from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m.
Yeah.
And just come home and just go and like shower, one little hit.
Yep. Even on the walk, bring a dab pen.
Oh, the dab pens.
Different times.
Different times.
it's so crazy. I'm sorry that I feel like we're both flexed up.
I'm flexing in a bad way. Yeah.
Well, because it was the burrito.
I had Chipotle. I had a Chipotle chicken burrito, not from Chipotle, from Yellow Picnic.
And I made myself some disgusting slop.
You make slop a lot. Slop is like your main food group. Slop is in for you. It really is slop. It's actually slop.
It's so crazy.
It couldn't be sloppier.
It's a sloppy spring. That's actually probably what it's going to be for me. It's sloppy spring.
Yeah.
Because it's sloppy toppy and it's sloppy soppy with my food. Yeah, I ate chicken apple sausage with white rice, corn salsa, a chipotle aioli in there, and I just tossed and feta cheese, and I just toss it all up. Yeah, can you imagine why I'm flux?
Yeah, it's slop.
Can you imagine why I have a pain in my chest? It's crazy. It's like, and I call myself a cook. I don't got
Well, it's the same as the fashion for me. How I say, like, I like to stump, but then I wear like jeans and New Balances and like nothing cute. Like, you can't serve 24/7. You can't serve a meal 24/7. Sometimes it's slop. And I think that we need to respect the balance. We have to respect the balance and lean in when we can and lean out when we can.
Because you know what, Joe? Your outfits, even when they're not serving to your level of serve, are still a serve.
Thank you. And your slop, I'm sure, was a serve.
And it tasted amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I worked with what I got.
Yes,
and sometimes you don't have a lot.
No.
But when you can use what you have and become creative and be creative, the world is your oyster, baby.
Yes.
So, but it's a good I did recognize I need to go to the supermarket. Okay, because
you can do that right after this.
Oh my God, I would love
a little TJ's trip.
A little TJ's trip. Well, this episode really was everywhere. It was, I think, what I've recognized is we allowed our brains to think in real time. And it's sometimes scary because I think we started with spring and then I went on a scary tangent out of nowhere.
There became a moment where it got to be about self-expression and freedom of self-expression and comparison. And that was strange for a second.
Yeah, right.
Then there was something about quitting your job that happened.
Yeah.
Pretty recently. Yeah. And in between those two things, I'm not really sure. Summer came up.
And she always does.
Yeah.
And she always does.
But it was, I had fun.
And don't let this spring make you sneezy and sleepy. And me doing a medicine ad. All of a sudden I go back. Because I said I wasn't a fan of medicine.
That happened as well, yeah.
And now I'm telling everybody to, if you're feeling sick, if you feel like you have allergies, get a little pill. But don't let the rain bring you down either. Embrace it. Be like Lizzie McGuire and come clean. Good children to the guidance office.
Hi. I'm 25 and I live in rural Minnesota. I appreciate the way that you guys let me access gay culture at a time and place where I really wouldn't be able to otherwise. My question is, I'm a mailman, a rural mailman, and I got a job opportunity to become a flight attendant for American Airlines, and I want to know what you think I should do. It's a $40,000 a year pay cut, and I would be kind of eat, pray, loving my way through life, like solo journeying it, but I also think it would broaden my horizons in a way that I otherwise would not be able to. So do I go with opportunity, like life opportunity, or do I follow the money and stay a mailman? Thank you. Have a beautiful afternoon.
Love you to death.
Love you to death. Love you to pieces.
Yes, literally love you to pieces.
We love our girls. We love our girls.
Of course.
I love hearing a rural mailman from Minnesota who's gay call into the podcast.
It does mean a lot. It really means a lot.
And that you're accessing gay culture through us. Like, that is actually opening our eyes to what this podcast even does for people.
And mama, look at gay culture.
Look at gay culture. Look at Joe. Take one look at Joe and look at gay culture. Okay, that's what you have access to now.
I actually sent this voicemail to Andrew a few days ago because it came in the emails, and the moment I saw, I don't know what made me press play on it, but I listened to it ahead of time and I was like, oh, I'm obsessed. We have to talk about this.
This is a really hard situation to be in, but I understand. I still think, first of all,
$40,000.
And I don't mind me asking, like, what are you taking home as a mailman?
Yeah, it sounds like it has to be pretty good.
Whoa, like,
or the flight attendant salary is brutal. Like, it's either like
I've heard flight attendant salaries are insane, but that doesn't make sense because like
it's a strenuous, labor-intensive, all-encompassing career.
Talk about stripping you away from
everything,
friends, family, life, anything. You're all over the place.
But so how much? Yeah. So first of all, you seem like you had it made with the mailman job. Yeah. I do think, I said this to Andrew, like, I think sometimes that pay cut, like, if you could afford it, obviously not everyone could afford something like that, but if you can, it seems like even just that you're saying you listen to the podcast for access to gay culture, that job, flight attendant, will change your life.
Yeah.
Fundamentally. And if you, based on that $40K pay cut, I hope to God you were saving some coins in Minnesota, first of all.
And I also wonder, like, to your point, the mailman job is never going away. I don't know if you were to leave being a mailman if they would take you back, but the opportunity to be able to see the world and meet people and access, gay culture, food. Yeah, you're going to be solo traveling your way through life, but like you're young. You're 25.
You're actually very young.
And I'm sure, I don't know how flight attendants work and how the pay structure works. I'm sure that you work your way up the ladder there and like you will continue to travel for free. I'm sure you have insane perks with American Airlines. You get to have access to all of that. And if it doesn't work out, you go back to Minnesota and you're a mailman.
I was going to say, like, 25 feels old. I know that when you're 25, but, like, obviously to us it seems young because we're 28. But also, the gap between 25 and 28, like, the idea that at 25, we moved in together.
Yeah.
We could have taken that job.
Yeah.
Left that job, gotten a new job, done something else, come back, and now we're 28. Like, there's so, like, you have so much time to figure things out. And I also think in terms of the pay cut, I said this to you, like me and Andrew were both working very well paying jobs prior to this podcast. I think that we were keeping our money in our accounts and really smart about it and very fortunate. And that's why we were able to start the podcast. But also we took a pay cut to start the podcast. Like we said goodbye to the stability of weekly paychecks and of benefits and health insurance, like to make a wish on this thing and hope that it pays off. And in some ways, we still are in the pay cut zone.
Yeah.
There's less money in my bank account now than there was when I was not doing the podcast. Like,
it's true.
Occasionally we get hit, and thank God for Patreon. But like, it's not the same. Like, I wouldn't trade it for the salary.
No.
I wouldn't change anything I've done because I think that the opportunities, the people I've met, the places I've been, the things I've seen, and I'm not talking about like a tart trip or like a brand event. Like, I'm just saying the person I've gotten to become as a result of this podcast, as a result of taking a risk, is the best gift I could have gotten, and like literally so worth the cost. And like it is so worth it to me that we did this, because I literally cannot imagine not experiencing what I've experienced for the past 3 years.
I completely agree.
And I think you can fit that into any job, anything. Like, I think that you will change in a crazy way to go from rural Minnesota into a flight attendant. Like, the amount of people you will just see in your day and the things that will happen. Like, it's obscene to me how much of a shift that is.
Yeah. And even if you're like,
can't emphasize enough, do it.
Yeah, for sure. Do it. Like, and if you did it for a year, 2 years, 5 years, you're 30, you're like, I'm done with this. Like, you're still going to be able to find a high paying job. It's not about the pay at this point. Like, you will always in your life accrue money if you're doing something that you're passionate about. And even if you're not passionate about it, you might take a job that you're in it for the money. So don't look at it for the pay. Look at it for like the experience. And clearly it sounds like this is going to shake things up for your own personal life.
Do it.
Do it.
And call in and please let us know if you did it, because
like if you get perks, American Airlines, and let us know what your routes are, because we'll fly that flight.
Hey you guys, it's Corinne, longtime listener of the pod, big fan. I'm also from Long Island, so like you guys are my sisters. It's currently 3:24 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm having a little bit of a spiral. It's like literally fine, but I was wondering, so I'm just trying to move to New York City. Like, I need to get out of here. I just really want to move, and I've wanted to do it for a long time, but I'm really scared to like bite the bullet. And I was just wondering if you have any advice for like searching for apartments in the city. And also, I know you guys like knew each other before moving, and you like moved together. But if you know anyone who used Facebook or something to find a roommate, and if you would recommend it. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Love you.
Hi, Corinne.
Hi, Corinne.
I've been in that boat down to the 3:24 a.m. phone call. I've been there many times.
Finding apartments.
Well, that's the main thing. Yeah, I guess that's the main thing. I think it also seems like you're saying you're scared to bite the bullet. I understand that, obviously.
I mean, you didn't bite that bullet until
you shot me with it.
You had
literally to shoot me with the bullet
because you weren't explaining to your family what was going on.
No, really. I waited until the last second.
We were like doing the apartment tours together, but like kind of in secret.
Yeah,
almost,
it wasn't
which
secret.
I actually didn't even think I really even
Probably
knew
not, yeah.
until like we were gonna talk about signing the lease. And
I
you were
signed the
like,
lease
"Hold
before I
on."
told my parents I was moving out. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But I think when it comes to looking for apartments, obviously, like we're people who we're obsessed with Street Easy, so like we would go on it every single day. But to your point, like if you do not have a roommate or somebody that you're moving in with, do not let that stop you from moving into the city. I think I know so many people who have used the Facebook groups.
Also, I think that I was thinking about Bailey and Kiara.
Yeah.
Like we have 2 patrons, Bailey and Kiara, who met at like a patron meetup.
Yeah.
I think that's when they first met, right? Last May.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're roommates. And like they knew each other from a shared interest.
Yeah.
Got to know each other in social settings. I'll host a mixer on behalf of Corinne with pleasure. Like
I was going to the mixer when I was in college. You know
right,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
what
I
I'm
didn't have
saying.
friends.
And it's just like I don't know. Maybe if you know anyone who lives in the city, like just talk to people. I think it's better to get a referral than it is to meet a stranger personally. Do you know what I mean? Like I think I'd much rather know like, oh, Andrew's friend Susie has a friend who she also loves, and Andrew knows, and like that's not crazy. I'm not going to get myself into a mess here, but I think the main thing for you is there should be a deadline.
Yeah.
It should be like no matter what by September 1st, or maybe that's worst.
Ours was March 1st.
Don't move in September, most expensive time of the year to move,
Yeah.
and highest lease prices. If it's June 1st, if it's March 1st, obviously that would be a year from now, but set a deadline and stick to it. And you will, if you have no other choice, you will find a person, you will find a place. There's plenty of apartments. They're not cheap.
They're not cheap.
They're not cheap.
But I think to your point too, it's like, yeah, it might not be a Facebook group, and we're not saying if you're not a patron to join the Patreon, but like there are opportunities to meet people who have interests with you, and that's going to be amazing. Are you
nails
bleeding?
are filthy.
Oh,
I don't know what happened. Sorry, that was really shocking.
that was shocking to you.
Yeah.
Well, you're like always in dirt. With like your fish tank, I feel like.
Oh, that could be fish tank. You're kind of right.
You'll find your people. Kiara and Bailey are a really great example when we host a Peyton's and a roommate mixer for New York City. But go on the Facebook groups. There are people that are there that are normal, and you can like at least justify based on their pictures or their vibe or whatever, and chat with them. It kind of is like dating from what I've experienced from people or what they've told me. But even if it's just to get you out, and it could be temporary, then you'll be able to move on from there. But get out, girl.
Yeah, no, like, no, you're not alone.
No,
you're
you're
going to
not.
make this place your home.
If Philip Phillips can do it, you can do anything.
Holy shit, that was Philip Phillips, right?
Of course.
Yeah, no, but it's true. Like, I know exactly how you feel. I know exactly how you feel. Like, it is such a specific feeling. I'll never forget it, and you will never forget it, but you will have a new feeling, and you will jump into the next chapter of your life.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for you. I don't know where you want to move, like where in the city, but I'm just-
Brooklyn. I'm tired of rumors starting. My room of this week, another food staple, something I love. I recently had them again, the dang chips. Remember those dang chips? Do you not remember them? They're like maybe you were not a danger, but I'm danging. They're these like rice cake things.
Oh yeah,
with the sriracha, they're the sriracha honey ones.
Yeah.
They're sriracha spice. They're called. They're come in a red bag with the dang logo.
Yeah.
You can get them at Whole Foods for sure.
Yeah.
But I
He used to have them at BuzzFeed.
I got them. I ran into the Whole Foods the other day. I was like, fuck, I need a snack. I'm like, I need something to munch on. They're sweet. They're tasty. They're unbelievable. And I found myself talking at them at a pregame recently. And I'm always like at a place selling people on something, I'm realizing. And like that it's awkward because like then I'm like, take out your phone and order them on Amazon. You know what I mean? And I got them too. So I really hope they enjoy them. But it feels top of mind for me. So the dang chips, the sriracha spice. That's right up my alley this week.
Right up my alley this week. Listen, that PR worked. I'm going to say flamer. I haven't smoked weed in a very long time. I've taken my Eddies, but I haven't smoked in a long time because of anxiety and stress and paranoia. And so I took a risk on taking a hit from flamer, and I really, really, really enjoyed my experience. And I've taken a few hits since then. And like it, very creative. I feel very creative. I feel very awake and alive and not like sluggish and lazy and stupid and unconcerned, to quote Frank Ocean's mom. But
It's good weed.
It's good weed. It's queer owned. I highly recommend it if you're looking for a new weed situation, and it's cute.
And
the branding is very cute.
This goes for the girls in New York. Stop with the bodega joints.
Yeah.
Stop with
That's
the bodega
poison, mama.
joints. That's poison. Stop it. Stop it. It's so easy to go up there and say, I'm going to get a $10 joint. Stop. Again, you can get it from Flamer. And they deliver. They don't deliver personally, but there are dispensaries that sell them that do deliver them.
Oh, wow.
Gotham is one of them. Anyways, with that being said,
don't forget to do your homework.
Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review. Write a little something, please, 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 please. And then don't forget to rate the 5 stars and send it to your friend to do the same.
And you can find us on Patreon every single Thursday at 8 p.m. EST. There is a brand new Patreon video / audio episode that will go live.
Mm-hmm. And to your point from before with Bailey and Kiara, great opportunity to meet friends. Great opportunity if you're looking to move or anything, like chat with the people in the chat.
The Seattle sisters are only growing. There's more and more of them.
Every single week.
Yeah.
We got to get to Seattle.
We got to get to Seattle.
It's like in a scary way. Like a really, really serious
way. I just wish they were there 2 years ago.
We're going to be like Hall Batty walking into Seattle.
Yes, yeah.
Like legitimately. And then don't forget, you can follow us across all social media platforms at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella, on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie.
I'm on Instagram at Joe Hegyes, and on TikTok at Be Quiet Joe.
And don't forget to stream Rosie McClelland.
I forgot how it goes.
Me too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What is this? This is something about you. Oh yeah. Mine. But there's something about you. Oh yeah.
Something about you. Oh yeah.
Something about you. Oh yeah.